before something would be. It takes the pressure off. And as I said, our expectations are that people will come to this the way they've come to all of my shows, which is usually kind of gradually. And to be given the assurance that they're going to put the money behind it, or they're going to put it up, all the episodes on in the actual order. They've paired us with my second favorite drama on TV. It's a really good match. It makes it an event night, and I feel their support, and I feel really grateful for it.
Well, Tomo, from your perspective, when they were going to reshoot the pilot and all that kind of stuff was going on, such a different experience than the launching of Battlestar Galactica, which was, again, hugely scrutinized before it went on the air because it was such a reinvention of a title. And this is something nobody quite knows what it is, and they're trying to figure it out as it goes on. So from your point of view, what was that like?
Well, yeah, I mean, the experiences were totally different. For me, Battlestar, the miniseries was, I mean, Hilo, had some great scenes, obviously, but there was other scenes that were added as we went on, which was great because it just kept on getting better. Michael Reimer wanted to develop those relationships a little bit more between Hilo and the rest of the rest of the fleet and the other pilots, and he added a couple scenes. I wasn't originally in the gambling scene in the miniseries and stuff like that, but I also knew, from reading it right from the jump that Hilo was going to die. That was it for me. I was just happy. When I found out that Edward James Olmos, Mary McDonnell were the leads of that show, I was like, wow, this is amazing. I'm going to work on this incredible miniseries. I didn't even think about the longevity or the fact that the show was going to turn into the amazing thing it did and go 5 years, because I was dead. I was working on it. I got lots of nice compliments. Eddie even approached me afterwards. He's like, the producers are thinking about bringing you back. You did a great job. We're going to bring you back. And if you've been in this business for a while, you know never to really count on anything till you're there. And it was a nice compliment, but the door was closed. I moved on. I went on to another show. And when I did eventually get the call that Ron wanted me to come back, it was pretty amazing.
You let Baltar get on. I should have killed you. Good plan.
Right?
Good help.
Yeah, thanks. Justice will mad at me for not killing the Silence when I had an opportunity.
I respect that one. It's the Baltar thing.
It's the Baltar thing. It's still.
In the original pilot, you didn't have your kickboxing scene. Is that right?
In the original pilot? No. When I found out, I'm going to rat out Shauna here. But Shauna told me she wasn't supposed to. We were getting, I was in wardrobe before we started, and she's like, I think Joss is writing a boxing scene. I'm not supposed to tell you that. Don't let him know. I'm like, is it really that big of a deal? She's like, just don't let him know. That's supposed to tell him. And I'm like, a boxing scene. Well, that's great. I was so excited. And then I was like, I got to approach Joss and tell him we should do a Muay Thai scene instead. Let's get some knees and some kicks and some elbows. It's a sport of the 8 limbs. And I approached him, and I said, Joss, I've been doing this martial art for years. It's called Muay Thai. He's like, what? What's it called? I'm like, Muay Thai. Muay Thai. Okay,
great. I'll have pad thai and the chicken pie.
A little green curry. Yeah, so he said, so you can do this. I said, like, I'm okay at it. I've been doing it for a number of years. So I'm sure if you put me on some cables and you put in a stunt double for my body, we'll be able to sell it. I can do the action scenes. Just focus on my face at least, give you a lot of kias. Anyway, we got it done, and he put it in there, and it was awesome. I was actually able to help choreograph the scene, which was great. And you guys have seen it. I haven't actually seen it. I'm excited about it. I was in it, but I haven't seen it. Is it good? Has anybody seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it. It's good. Yeah.
I know a lot of reporters have seen it, is what I'm saying. The first episode's been circulating. There's a lot of people who've been saying it looks great. So.
Well, it's part of how the thing changed was, originally Paul's character was very much a sort of like Gabriel Byrne in Miller's Crossing, a classic noir. Everybody just beats up on him, and everybody just, and he has, and it's sad. And the network is like, could he grow a pair? And so I was like, but there's also the, a little bit of the Ralph Meeker in Kiss Me Deadly noir hero, who's a little more relentless and unpleasant, and why don't we go with that guy? And so yeah, his introduction does involve him pummeling someone in a Muay Thai ring, and it's pretty exciting.
And it's a very different uniform you're wearing this time too, the whole suit and tie thing. It's so different than what we've seen you before.
Yeah, it was actually it was interesting to put on a suit again and actually act in a suit. I was a little stiff at first when we were doing the original pilot. Yeah, I was like, stop walking like a robot. Loosen the tie. But yeah, no, it's totally different than wearing the flight suit.
In the reshoots, he got a fitted suit. Because in the first pilot, a little bit like David Byrne.
Yes. Boxing suits, yes. Why is he wearing big, boxing, baggy pants? They made me some beautiful suits for the reshoots, and wow, I feel like James Bond.
Is it true
Stop.
keep your flight suit from
I got to keep it. I took it. Jamie's like, I'm taking it. I'm like, well, if you're taking it, I'm taking it. Grace is like, well, you guys are taking it, I'm taking mine too. I'm taking it. We asked wardrobe, we went to Glenn, and we said to her nicely, and she's like, I didn't hear what you just said. If it disappears, I guess it disappears, right? So we took our shoes, we took our flight suits, so we took it all. Maybe one Halloween, we'll all dress up together.
Everything happens in wardrobe. It's all that's where the shows really run.
That's where you find out. That's where you find out the secrets, the stuff that Josh doesn't tell me. In wardrobe, they know all.
So in casting Tomo from the Battlestar onto this, so we see your first and only choice for this role.
Absolutely. Yep. I was just like, get me a Tomo. The rest of my fake introduction said, get me a Tomo. And we spoke on the phone. I just loved his presence on the show and what Hilo represented. And I knew that's what I wanted for Paul. And then we had a conversation about the show before he even read a script, where he was extraordinarily articulate about what we were trying to evoke. And so we knew, okay, this could work out.
And were you eager to come back to TV? It had been a number of years, and so when this project came along over lunch or what have you, and then coming back to Fox to pitch the show basically and all of that. So was this something that you'd been wanting to do for a while, come back into the weekly TV arena?
That's a big no. And not that I was against it. I just, my head was in movies, and but nobody else's head was in the movies that I was writing, so that turned into a problem. And then I sat down with Eliza, but it was still, I could write it, and oversee it, be a godfather to the thing, and let it go. When I sat down and pitched it to Fox, they said, yeah, not the pilot so much as you just make 7 of them. I was like, okay, that's a lot better than no. They just had real enthusiasm and confidence. And a lot of things came between that, including the strike. But that kind of set me back on it. And I've wanted, when I'm in one place, I'm frustrated, and want to be in the other, as so many people are. And the thing about movies is they're so completely distilled that all of the introspection kind of gets sucked out of them, because it's literally cut to the chase. And with TV, there's so much more of an opportunity to let things breathe, and the resonance we get just a few episodes in from characters doing something unexpected is this kind of glee that you just can't get with movies. It is harder for me mostly because I have kids, and I just want to be with them, and so that's my biggest sort of struggle.
And this last year also gave you this unusual adventure where you did like the gorilla film, like you did Dr. Horrible.
I'm not worried about it.
So, what did that open your eyes to? Was the possibilities of how things can be made in that town, or do we need another strike to have a sequel? I don't know.
No, we don't need another strike, and we don't need another hero. Also, we're old enough to remember Tina's beautiful ballad from Mad Max 3, but I very much.